Hello everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to the WunTv. So, the WunTv, for those of you who do not know, is a live Facebook broadcasting channel. Okay? And so, we will be the first Facebook live broadcasting channel to have a show on live 24 hours a day, every day. So if you are interested in having a show, please go to our website, thewuntv.com, and fill out an application. That is WunTv.com. Fill out an application. So I would like to thank you guys for being present for today's show. This is episode 7 of Get Your Life with your girl AP. It is America's favorite life coach. I am the owner and founder of You Thrive Coaching. And today what we're going to be talking about is cravings. And so I just want to make something very, very clear for you guys, is that my objective, right, hence the title of my company, You Thrive, is for people to thrive. That is my soul's purpose, okay? That is my journey here in this time, space, reality, is to learn how to thrive, not just to be here living, right, but to be excited, okay, and to feel alive. So that's what I'm learning, and that's what I'm sharing. That is my purpose, okay? So I said that to say this, is that all my methods, everything that I talk about, I try to keep everything simple, so that everyone understands that life is not meant to be hard. It's really not. You know, we put in all these mechanisms, all these thoughts, and we make things a whole lot more difficult than they are. And then when something is simple, we think that it's wrong, when that's not the case. Everything is meant to be simple, okay? So today what we're going to talk about, I think, is a wonderful topic. It's in the health arena, which is cravings. We're going to talk about why you have cravings, what it does to the body, okay? How the mind reacts, and then in turn, what happens to the body, okay? And then after we go through this, then we're going to discuss 7 ways how to kick these habits, okay? How to kick these cravings, all right? So, and these methods, like I said again, are simple. Simple. That is my job, to keep everything simple, but yet super productive, so that we have inevitable, and I do mean inevitable, success, okay? So, let's kick things off. And we're going to get right into it. So what we're going to talk about is polarities of food, which means the opposites. So we know that in this time, space, reality, everything has polarity. For example, you have the light, and then you have the darkness, right? You have male, you have female, you have hot, and you have cold. So this concept also applies to food, right? So we have what is called expansive bliss foods, and then we have constructive foods, okay? So what happens is the expansive foods are foods like caffeine, sugar, which is what we're primarily going to be talking about, is how to kick this sugar habit, and alcohol. These foods make you feel light, they make you feel relaxed, and they make you feel happy, blissful even. That's why they're called expansive, blissful foods, right? And so if we overindulge in these foods, we can feel spaced out, we can feel a little foggy, sometimes even forgetful, right? And then contracted foods are, some examples are like eggs or red meat. These are the foods that people say, put a little meat on your bones. You know what I'm saying? And so what happens is, if we So these foods are here to make you feel grounded, focused, aggressive. And so if we overindulge in these foods, we feel tense. That's the major one. We feel tense, we feel agitated, and sometimes people can even feel angry. So if life is about systems of polarities or opposites, then so then the body also works the same way. So the body's primarily function is to create homeostasis, is to create a balance, right? So the more you overindulge in one or the other, expansive or contracted foods, the more your body lacks the opposite. So for example, if you eat a whole bag of potato chips, which is a contracted food, then your body is going to crave expansive foods, right? And so the expansive food is what is where the sugar comes in, because it's expansive. And your body, what's going on is your body wants to relax, you know? And so this is how we start creating this craving habit, and we're not even aware of it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are not aware of keeping that balance and creating that balance. So this also carries on to your lifestyle. So if you are participating, or if you're having tension in your life that's contracted, right? Then your body will also crave expansive foods, right? Or expansive activities, because your body needs to relax. You're full of tension. So your body is saying, help me out, help me. I need to relax. So then you're gonna crave those foods. Like I said, you're gonna want to binge and chocolate and wine, whatever kind of alcohol is your preference, and sugar, because your body is saying, I need to relax, and it's trying to create a balance. You're in that contracted arena right now with your life, okay? So your body's begging for a break, and so it's trying to balance itself out. And so that's why when I work with clients, we not only discuss the cravings that you have, but we also talk about your lifestyle, okay? Because your lifestyle will also bring upon those cravings, as I just showed you guys, okay? So the challenge with kicking the sugar craving is that no one wants to do it. And why don't you want to do it? Because it feels so damn good. It feels good to eat these foods and the feeling you get, you know what I'm saying? And then, dun, 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 you get high. With the overindulgence of processed sugar, you get freaking high, right? And so I'm going to explain what it does to the body so that you can understand this dynamic, you know what I'm saying, and why you're getting high. So what happens is most products that contain a lot of sugar do not contain protein, fiber, and fat, okay? So if they don't have this, what happens is those three products, like I said, protein, fiber, and fat, help slow down the absorption of sugar in the bloodstream, okay? So when you don't have those three things, it shoots. It's like a rush. It goes straight to the bloodstream, right? And it, like, at any given time, your brain uses 50% of your blood sugar. So if it's too high or if it's too low, it causes the brain to freak out. I'm trying not to cuss. It causes the brain to freak out. And then when the brain freaks out, it tells the body that you're in a state of emergency. It's like, SOS, help me. So then what does it do? It calls on its allies. And who are its allies? The pancreas. The pancreas comes in and it's like, yo, I got your back, okay? So then the pancreas starts secreting the hormone, which is known as insulin. Insulin puts on its cape. It's like, dun, 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 you know? And so it gets in there, and what insulin does is it tries to bring this blood sugar back down. Now, because most of us who have what we call cravings, you know, we've been doing this for a while. We're kind of experienced, right? And so what happens is that the body starts to create more insulin to balance itself out. It's like it's getting prepared because you have this sugar habit. It knows it's about to be a sugar overload. So, it starts pushing out more insulin. And then what happens with that is that, like I said, your body, what happens when it pushes out more insulin into the blood, that's when you start to feel shaky, spaced out. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're having a crash. You were just on this high, this sugar high, and now the insulin has bought some of that sugar up out, that has brought your blood sugar down, right? And so now what happens is your body is like, my blood sugar levels are too low. So then you go on this cycle where your blood sugar level is too low, so then the body craves more sugar. You give the body more sugar, right? And then what happens? All this extra insulin. So then it's like a roller coaster. It's an ongoing cycle. And this is why some people literally feel that they cannot kick this sugar habit, because this vicious cycle is what's going on. This vicious roller coaster of up and down, right? And so if we keep doing this, it affects our mood. And then it also can cause weight gain. And then it also causes diseases like diabetes. And so on a side note, right, while your body is creating this excess insulin to bring your blood sugar back down, what it is not doing is creating something called glucagon, right? And glucagon is what takes the fat out of storage, right, so that it can be burned. And so if that's not produced, when you have all this sugar in your blood, first of all, the sugar can only go 3 places, which is the brain, the blood cells, or the muscles. So when all those receptors are full, then, the sugar is stored as fat. So now you got this sugar cycle thing going on, and your body is not creating the glucagon, which is taking the sugar out so that it can be burned. So then what happens is we start to gain a little weight. And then so then we have this, like I said, this cycle. So then another problem that people have with kicking sugar habits is that they're not happy. And so sometimes it's easier, to pick up some sugar and make yourself feel happy than it is to actually deal with what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So then that turns into another vicious cycle, right? So because I just gave out curated information, a lot of people find that boring. I'm going to try to keep this video short as possible so that everything that I just said sticks in your brain, because sugar cravings are very, very popular and they need to be kicked, okay? So now that we've talked about what it does to the brain and the body, now we're going to talk about some simple ways that you can kick these cravings, okay? I got 7 ways for you. Simple. The first one is to drink some water. Yes, drink some water. And you know why? Because when you're dehydrated, your body's telling you that you want some dang on sugar. Dehydration can make you have sweet cravings. Okay, let me say that again. Dehydration can make you have sweet cravings. So people who don't like to drink water, okay, and are eating a lot of sugar, processed sugar, so 2, when you have these sweet cravings, let's reach for some unprocessed foods that are sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like apples, carrots, yams, cinnamon, nutmeg, honey. You know what I mean? More natural, healthy sugar. And then the third is sleep. If you're constantly tired, your body is looking for ways to find energy, right? And so what happens is the easiest way to get energy that it knows, hey Nita, hey Donna, what's up girl? So the easiest way for the body to find this energy because of your habits is usually through caffeine and sugar. So, you know, if you're feeling like that, if you're feeling tired, just make sure you take a brief nap, you know, real quick and get some rest. Okay, and so number 4 is to check your protein. Check in with your protein. What is your intake? Because too much or too little protein can make you have cravings, all right? And so number 5 is to stop, okay? And I'm telling you, stop. Coconut butter, yes, instead of regular butter is also good. Thank you, Lanita. Okay, so what I want you guys to stop doing is to stop eating low-fat or non-fat products. It's a scam. It's a trick. Don't do it. And you know why? Because most of the time, when they take the fat out, what they're replacing it with, ding, 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 is sugar. They're replacing it with sugar. So stop it, okay? And number 6 is my favorite, which is movement, okay? We're trying to get away from the word exercise because people are not liking this word. When they think of exercise, they think of strenuous, hardcore movement, and we are not about that life unless that's your personality type, okay? So we're just going to say movement, all right? Because movement is food for the body. So like I talked about last video, you know, you can freaking cut on a song, cut on your favorite jam, and just, you know what I'm saying, dance your heart away for 3 minutes, however long the song is. And that's considered movement. That's considered exercise. And what happens with that is your body releases tension, okay? And it also releases endorphins, which helps you feel better, right? And then, last but not least, we are at number 7, which is for people, okay? This is a lot of people. They love their desserts after every meal. It doesn't matter. Look, they could be eating a snack and they want a dessert after that snack. Right? So that's when, like I said, you do the research for your body, right? You're important. You're important. So do the research for your body and find out what are some healthier foods that you can eat that have the sweet taste. You know what I'm saying? And so you get your little sugar craving, and then it's healthy, and then so you feel good, right? And then if that's not working out for you, then maybe you just want to change the ritual altogether, because maybe it's the ritual of actually eating the dessert after a meal that you're actually liking. So then maybe find another activity that gives you pleasure, okay, to do after you're eating, right? So that concludes my video about cravings. I am coming out with a weight loss webinar that is going to get way more in detail with all of this, okay? And it's going to be fun and it's going to be exciting because I know that this is a lot of, as it is called, curated information. So I'm going to try to keep it as lively as possible so that you guys can listen and like really get it, because these things are saving lives here. You know what I'm saying? A major problem in our culture here in America is obesity. Okay, let me tell you guys, do you guys know that $600 million a day, $600 million a day is spent on either obesity related diseases or weight loss plans for obesity? Okay, so they are making money off of you not being healthy. So if nothing else, honey, get your ego involved and just say, you know what I'm saying, ain't nobody gonna be making money off your illnesses. You know. So I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I see some new faces coming through. Udine, thank you. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. But again, thank you guys for coming through. Go check out my page, You Thrive Coaching. Go check out the WunTv. There are so many shows on there that are so great with a whole bunch of information that's just for everybody's lifestyles and just for you to thrive and just live better, okay? I want you guys to have a miraculous day. It's been fun. See you later. And I got a couple of cameras going on here.